What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Scale Garage. I hope you're doing well. In today's video, we're going to continue building this Liberty Walk GTR R35 made by Aoshima. In the previous episode, we did most of the body, we painted it, polished it, and now we're going to move over to assembling it. Moving over to assembly, the first thing that needed to be thrown on were the side mirrors, and to glue these on, I just used some Bob Smith Industries Super Gold Plus. It's basically glue that doesn't dry with any fog, which is perfect for assembling body parts. Moving over to the front bumper, there were some vents that needed to be painted black, and instead of masking the entire thing off just to airbrush it, I decided to do it by hand with some Vallejo black paint. With the vents out of the way, I can move over to throwing the front bumper onto the actual body, which is really simple since there are these little tabs on the front that you can just mount it to. Following that, there's supposed to be an intercooler that goes on, but I lost it, so to supplement this, I'm just using this radiator. And with the radiator out of the way, I can move over to installing this ginormous lip splitter. Same difference. And to connect the splitter to the body, there's these splitter rods that basically glue into these little holes, like so. With a good amount of the assembly out of the way, I can move over to doing some decals, and to basically help these decals set, I'm using some micro set setting solution, which essentially allows the decal to stick to the body easier. The first two decals that need to be placed with the GTR logo that goes on the grille, followed by that, there's a decal that needs to be applied to the headlights. Following that, I could throw the actual bulb for the headlight in, and then throw it onto the car. For some reason, the actual headlight lens was a little bit too big for the kit, so I decided to go ahead and sand down the edges using some 400 grit sandpaper. As you can see, the fitment is pretty nice. It's not exactly perfect, but it's good enough. On real headlights, there's a black trim that surrounds the actual piece. To simulate this, I'm using a black Sharpie, and this basically just gives it that added effect of realism. To complement the massive splitter on the front bumper, this kit comes with two sets of canards, which completes the arrow and gives it an aggressive look. With the front end out of the way, we can move over to assembling the rear end, starting with the taillights. These taillights are really nice as they come with three separate pieces: the metallic backing, a clear centerpiece, and the outside red piece. With this kit being full of aero, the next piece that needed to be thrown on was the rear diffuser. Following that, the license plate holder and the Liberty Walk license plate. The last component that needs to be thrown onto this rear bumper is this humongous wing. Fortunately, there are some slots on this rear bumper for the wing to slide into. I feel like it would be kind of difficult to actually get this to line up without it. So, thank you, Aoshima. The last bit of aero that needs to be thrown onto this car are the side splitters. So these side splitters are made up of 4 pieces, 3 square pieces that connect to the side splitter in the actual fender, and then the side splitter itself. Fortunately, there are these tabs that make it a lot easier to line up these square pieces. With the side splitters added to the body, that concludes the aero. All in all, this car looks really nice. I like it. The very last piece that needs to be thrown onto the body is the windshield. And fortunately for this kit, Aoshima does provide windshield masking, so that makes it a whole lot easier to do the black trim outside of it. And just like that, with the outside of the windshield masked with some Tamiya masking tape, it's ready for paint. To spray the black trim, I just decided to use some Vallejo black. The first coat came out a little rough, but the second coat came out a whole lot nicer. I let the paint dry for around 15 minutes, then carefully remove the masking. To throw the windshield into the car is really simple because there's two tabs that sit at the roof that allow you to line it up perfectly. And with the windshield in, that wraps up all the pieces that need to be installed for the body. With everything thrown on, I'm gonna say it, this has probably been one of the best bodies that I've done in a while. Looks pretty good, not that many mistakes, and yeah, progress. Nevertheless, I'll see you on the next video.